I'm going to wrap up today's town hall with a look at the significance of October 11th, 2021. Today. Turns out this is a pretty important day to a lot of different people for a lot of different reasons. First, as the second Monday in October, it is a legal federal holiday, Columbus Day. And you can actually thank a Buffalonian for that.
His name was Mariano Luca. He was born in Buffalo in 1901 and founded the National Columbus Day Committee. He lobbied Congress and was finally successful in 1968 when Congress and President Johnson agreed to it. The first legal Columbus Day federal holiday, not observance, was in 1971, and it remains one of only 12 official federal holidays on the calendar. It has in recent years led to some controversy, with many focusing today on Italian-American heritage instead of Columbus himself.
Considering Columbus' heinous acts against natives, today is also Indigenous Peoples Day. President Biden, for the first time, made that official proclamation a few days ago. He said, quote, "Today we recognize Indigenous peoples' resilience and strength, as well as the immeasurable positive impact that they have had on every aspect of American society." So more on the Columbus Day controversy in just a bit.
This is also National Coming Out Day. It's on October 11th each year to commemorate the second National March on Washington for lesbian and gay rights, which happened on this day in 1987. This year's theme is Born to Shine.
And then finally, it is International Day of the Girl. This has been observed by the United Nations since October 11th, 2012. The goal for this is to raise awareness about gender equality. And remember that there are still many places in the world where girls do not grow up with the same opportunities and in some cases still face discrimination, state violence, forced child marriage, and more.
So that brings us back to the debate about today being an official holiday celebrating Christopher Columbus. A 2017 Marist poll found 57% of Americans think celebrating Columbus Day is a good idea.
Yeah, but more and more places are replacing Columbus Day festivities with events honoring, as we said, either Italian-American heritage or Indigenous peoples who suffered at the hands of Columbus.
Today, Governor Kathy Hochul was among the tens of thousands who participated in or watched the New York City Columbus Day Parade, which returned after it was canceled last year due to COVID. And she did face some Twitter backlash.
Supporters of Columbus Day, like the chairman of the New York City Parade Committee, said that he was a great explorer. Tonight, a look at the history that led us to this day. In 1492, Italian Catholic explorer Christopher Columbus was the first European to reach the Americas since the Vikings and launched an age of discovery and colonization in the New World. 300 years later, Italian Catholics in New York City celebrated Columbus landing, and nearly a century and a half after that, in 1937, Columbus Day became a national observance. However, in recent decades, Columbus' image has been called into question when it comes to his treatment of native populations. People across the U.S. have pushed for change, saying the holiday glorifies an exploration that led to the genocide of native peoples and paved the way for slavery. Indigenous Peoples Day, which honors and celebrates Native American people and history, really took root at a UN International Conference on Discrimination in 1977. South Dakota was then the first U.S. state to recognize the day in 1989. Today, 14 states plus the District of Columbia and more than 130 cities observe Indigenous Peoples Day instead of or in addition to Columbus Day. New York State, at this point, is not among them. Which I think is a little bit surprising. I mean, you see this trend kind of happening all over the country of places, if not getting rid of Columbus Day, because there are some who still want that, adding in Indigenous Peoples Day. We know here locally there were a lot of events over the weekend tomorrow.
Well, and certainly it's good to do that because there are people who would say, well, we've always done it this way. So it's good to make that change and progress.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to do it for today's Town Hall. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 5:30.
If you have a question or a comment, 716-849-2220 is our text line. You can reach us there.